This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
This is just so cool. Watching this is amazing. And you probably have never seen this in the same way that we're showing it. And that is the art of glass blowing. He is the man behind this place in New Mexico, Santa Fe specifically. He's the owner, teacher, manager of Prairie Dog Glass. Patrick Morrissey is back on the program. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. So we picked a project that that we had to start earlier, otherwise we wouldn't be able to finish it on the program. So we've already started, and we have on the end of that steel rod, we have two colors, an opal and a transparent, in the middle of all this clear, and we're blowing it up to it being a bigger piece. And then I have my friend Doug over there, and he's working on a similar one, the same setup, but different colors.
Wow. So can you actually describe what this is going to look like?
Yeah. So there he is setting it up, and then this is my metal piece. Okay, can you see that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And so we're going to blow the glass into this metal.
Wow.
That's pretty good, George.
Gather again.
Yeah. Don't cover the jack line. All right.
That's gonna look fabulous.
Yeah. That's what we're doing. So this steel right here is mild stock and forged cable put together. So what I do is I do my own blacksmithing, and so I started forging the cable. And when I went to school in Southern Illinois, they all serious about Damascus. And I started forging the cable, and I saw it split. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. And my friend goes, dude, you got a crack in there. I'm like, three cracks, you know what I mean? And it's funny because, like, to them, they want that nice weighty blade and that nice pattern. And I think of driftwood, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we are on two totally different plans of what we're going to do, you know? So, and then I sort of developed these pieces way back then when I was in graduate school.
So that piece that's in front of us right there, the frame, if you will, that metal piece, you made that specifically for this project. Is that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. And every one I do is always a little different. And every time we blow it, it comes out a little different. And that's the best part, right? Designing a piece that you'll never be able to replicate that one. Like, it's set up so everyone comes up with a new interest. You know what I mean? Even though it's the same series and you're still looking at it, the thing about it is that everybody has one that may look like it, but it's not the same. The colors are different. The shapes are different. You know, it all changes like that.
Just amazing. So, question about this piece and the placement of the glass inside of it. How is it going to stay in there? Is it going to mold to that? I can't imagine that.
So on this one, I have one guy making a bubble, and he's going to slide it through here and put it down. Then the other guy's going to come down and hit it right here, and then we'll pull apart and blow and fill it up. So they'll actually be stuck together.
Does that
fill in the round that fills it all?
Does that mean that you're going to put that entire sculpture with the glass into the refrigerator, if you will?
Yeah, the freezer. Yeah, it's called the annealer. But our glass freezes at 1,000, so refrigerator, oven. It's a choice of it's semantics, right? So yeah.
I recall you saying something about 600 degrees last time we got together with that freezer. Am I right?
It's actually 900.
And what is that?
Like 950.
What does that represent?
950 Fahrenheit. Well, our glass freezes at 1,000. That means it's no longer moving. Okay. And at that point, we can put it in the box and it won't collapse. It will hold its shape, right? And from there, it cools slowly overnight, and that's what makes it anneal, where all the molecules line up and stay lined up. So there's George. You can see he's got another big bubble on there. Now that's a huge piece, So, and then he's gonna go ahead and sculpt it a little bit, and then we'll start to blow out. You go ahead, Doug. So, and then Doug's going to get his other layer. So you can already see how big this piece is going to be. And, we're not even blowing it yet. We had some air in there, but not a lot. It will go a long way. So,
just incredible.
You'll be able to watch that once we get ready to put it together. We'll move the computer onto the steel table, and then you'll see us join it and blow it. So it's really quite fun.
And Patrick, I want you to know that it's got to be noisy where you are with fans and different things. We don't hear that because we're on a Zoom. What Zoom does for the audience, it shuts down that background noise so you can only hear you. So I can't even imagine how noisy it is here right with you right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Super
I
cool.
know. It's noisy. Go ahead, heat up and start blowing the bubble a little bit. So the guys are, since it's my piece, they keep asking me directions. You know what I'm saying? So as a gaffer, or a designer in this case, not the gaffer, they're the gaffers this time because they're carrying it. And so when I'm carrying it, I'm the gaffer. But in the end, either the gaffer or somebody else is designing the piece. Somebody's laid it out. You know what I mean? So
tell us about the color. What do we got going on?
What we got going on is we have a salmon and we have a salmon and like a pink, and then we have a ruby and ruby and pink and salmon and purple are the two colors in there. One of the colors is opal, the other one is transparent. So they'll sort of work together and then help each other. And so, and a lot of my friends put the color on really even, and I am absolutely not really even. I look at all these pieces as like paintings. So when I put the color on, I put it on in a painterly fashion. You know what I mean? So it's sculpture that's 3D, that's a painting, in a lot of ways. And I just love that whole realm of being able to put the color in, then make the piece and watch it all grow together, as a design, as a layout, as all that,
Amazing. That's so, I can't imagine. I mean, I've watched this before previous episodes we've gotten together. You've made things, others have made things. These are mammoth pieces. They're just huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Doug was the overachiever, so he's having a little hard time right now, but he'll get there. Let me move this down for a second.
Sure.
And I'll show you what Doug's working on.
And these are big, but they're just going to get bigger.
And and right now that's probably only like 20 pounds of glass. But when you put that weight on the end of a stick and it's moving, it feels more like 50, 60, 100. Anytime it goes off center, the weight just grows and grows and grows.
Wow. So you're saying, I just want to confirm this, Patrick. You're saying that on the end of those pipes, that glass for each of those gentlemen, it's about 20 pounds?
Yeah.
Oof.
Right. But weight and motion and at the end of the stick, it feels more like 50, 60. And it's moving.
They truly make it look easy, like it doesn't weigh anything.
Well, if they let it get too far off center, then all of a sudden they're in trouble. You know what I mean? It will hurt them. Like literally, So you try not to let it go off center.
Now they're spinning it repeatedly. Right. That's just to keep it so it doesn't go to one side. Why are they spinning
one
it?
One second, Steve.
Sure. This is like so cool. And by the way, you can check him out at prairiedogglass.com in Santa Fe. He's been doing this for decades. I lost count. Maybe 4, maybe more. And that facility can be used for parties, birthdays. He's got pieces all over the world. But you can go there and just check it out. You can just hang out and make a project or learn how to do it. He's had, if I remember correctly, children, like 4 years old going in there and working. I have no idea what he's doing right now. Obviously shaping it.
Got that, George? I think so. Okay. So I just had to give a little direction there.
What exactly were you doing?
We were putting a big crease down the middle, so it touches in the middle, and it essentially makes like two chambers. You know, because a lot of times these pieces look like hearts, and so hearts have chambers. You know what I'm saying? So by squishing that bubble, squish like that, what he's doing, the inside glass touches, and then that will not untouch. It will remain two chambers inside. So when we go to blow it out, when you look inside, it's just not an open cavity. On over there, George. No. Nope, just right here. You're going the wrong way. Just get you. Take the line.
Looks like some kind of intervention at this moment. Like Glass 911. Just to recap, as I understand it, those two pieces are going to come together inside that metal sculpture, and they're going to blow them up to fit.
Where's the guy with the jellies? Oh, it's right up here. Just check over there. So anyway, so now they got the two shapes. We're getting a lot closer now, right? So what we're gonna do is, Doug, how you doing? You feel like you're done? You're a little too wide across. Can you come on over to the marber and just make that more of a point so you can get in the hole? You know what I mean? Remember, you gotta go in this hole, right? And then Doug, since you're the bigger one, you're gonna go in from this side and land right on that. Okay, George, you see what he's doing? Come on, George.
What's freaky weird right now, looking at that piece in the table, that
George,
looks like
right
a heart.
here.
Like that looks like the chambers of a heart. Wow.
And then go ahead, squish your George. You're too round. Squish. Squish. Come on over here. Hit. No, not flat. Round. There you go. Right there, and then the other side. Really squish it, George. Okay, George. That's good. All right. Okay, we're getting really close now, Steve. All right, guys, let's start our big heat. I'm going to move you up on the marber here, Steve, so we can see.
You need to know, I can't feel my right thumb.
I got it.
No, I mean it's
No,
numb.
I'm
Good, I can't feel my thumb.
Here, go ahead, talk to the Steve. Describe what we're doing.
Can anybody hear me?
We got you loud and clear. I can't remember. You, George? You're Doug, right?
My name's George.
You're George. Okay, gotcha.
I'm going to kind of try and describe what's going on here. We got Doug on the left. He is heating, ready to go for the mold. Patrick is on the right. That's our smaller hole. And what he's doing is getting that ready to come in right behind Doug. So
Amazing.
we're letting Doug heat. Doug is heat. He's hot. He's coming over to the mold. Doug is in the mold. Patrick is now also onto the mold. They've joined pieces. They're pulling up to try and give it that aortic appeal. They're blowing as they're pulling up to get that aortic valve. I only know what I'm talking about because I'm a retired paramedic. So we've got the ventricle and we've got the aortic valve going. I think they're both blowing. We're getting a little bit of droop action. As they're pulling up, now they want to touch. That's good. Now they're coming back down. As they come back down, that glass starts to go into the mold, take out more of the air, give it a nice rounded effect.
Wow.
Are you guys pulling apart? They're pulling apart. Do you want a little torch action on the mouth? All right. All right, I'm going to switch places.
Amazing.
Oh, no.
So by my estimation, that piece right there, at minimum, is 50 pounds, probably close to 60. I'm trying to remember the terminology, but what's essentially happening is they're scoring it and tapping away so we can remove those pipes.
No, George, I got.
You want me to put some more water?
I need help with the stuff.
Every second counts here. I imagine they have to tap that handle off.
I don't know if I had that angled. You guys could see what they were doing. The piece is now in the kiln. They've knocked off both sides of it. It's in the kiln and kneeling at this point.
Amazing. And you know what?
I think
It looks
so.
like a heart. Like even before, when it was just on the counter, one piece of it, that looked like an actual heart that came maybe out of a cow or something.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. It's pretty big. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, and
Jeez.
then after that, I come at with a right angle grinder and a diamond blade, and I start cutting grooves in it, and I accentuate all the curves, and then I actually cut holes into it so you can see into those caverns, right? You know what I mean? So it's like I basically made, like I said, like a heart, and then I start opening up so people could see inside. And then I don't open it all the way up because I'm really interested in how it comes out like a ventricle. You know what I mean? That's part of the whole layout. But each and every one of these pieces are designed by what we have going on at the studio at that time, what kind of help I had. You know, I'm not limited to my help. My help just changes what I achieve. You know, which again is part of the design of the piece.
Now, do you mean that it all is dependent on their skills? So,
Yep.
okay, gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, and I'm used to carrying big stuff like that, but they're not always as much. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and that one you saw, I couldn't even lift it myself when I
Well,
went
I
to
want
put
to
it
go
away.
back to that. Let's go back to that. We scored off, or whatever the term is,
Yeah,
the one pipe on the one side, the one piece, and then you left it intact because you needed to in order
to
to
carry it
lift it up.
right,
Because it's
and
not like you,
I
right?
could have actually just picked it up by hand and put it up there, but again, you realize this: that's 20 pounds, 40 pounds, 10 pounds of steel, and it's really hot. You know what I mean? So no let weaving towards your hands, no. So the pipe is nice because you have a distance on you. You know what I mean? So that's why I lift it up with the pipe when I can.
So, with that said, when you
Mm-hmm.
score it and you remove the pipe,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get a chance to go in there and file it down, tomorrow or anything like that. You got to get it right the first time.
No, actually, I do file it down later.
Oh,
I actually take a right angle grinder with diamonds and I start carving.
oh,
So I'll actually carve grooves in that opening, like literally make it like you know, just sort of like layers and folds and then sometimes I cut too deep an opening. I mean, but that's the best part, right? I I just look at the form and I start working with the design that I got, and I just kind of improve it. You know.
I didn't know that. So the last number of projects you've done, it looks like you wanted to, or whoever was working on it, wanted to make sure that it was right when removing it. But
That's right.
do you
That's
normally
right.
file it down, or it just depends on the project?
Oh, on all the pieces we blow, when we punch them up, there's always a spot on the bottom that we have to grind, and we do
Okay.
that in the back in the morning. But that piece won't get a little grind; it'll get carved. I mean, I literally carve it. Like when I blow in that piece, that's like it's a vessel, it's air, it's life. You're blowing into something, and you're giving it life by volume. You know what I mean? So it's truly, in this case, two vessels attached to each other. You know what I mean? Working together, but still vessels on their own. And you know, sometimes it isn't just about using all these techniques. It's about mirroring techniques with ideas. You know what I mean? And getting those ideas to actually give you a pattern that you get to work with. And that's one of the things that's like one of my teachers, Harvey Littleton, early on wrote a little book, and the book is used by many people, but in every discipline. And the book is Technique is Cheap. And what they mean by that is it's not that you couldn't be technically great, because you can, and you can make beautiful things, but your idea should always be stronger than your technique.
Let me process that. Your idea should always be stronger than your technique.
Right.
Give me a reference on that. So I have an idea. I'm going to make this thing with metal. I'm going to put two heart pieces in there. I'm going to put them together. I'm going to put them in the freezer, if you will. That's my idea.
Right.
That has to be stronger than the technique.
Yes, it has to be stronger in the technique, and the fact that I technically made it all work, but what I got is stronger than my technical ability. So basically, my technique created that, but it created an idea even stronger.
And it seems that the idea was so solid. You thought it out, got this one piece, got that one
Yeah.
piece. It's going to look like this. It's going to present really well, look like a heart. You've got the metal going on there.
George. Sorry.
I don't know what he's doing.
We on that one.
Oh,
he was up in class.
Oh, we don't hear it over here. I'm serious.
Okay.
I don't even hear any of the fans or anything. Listen, we got an email from somebody. They're in Tampa, Florida. This is Len checking in. You can do that at instantfeedbacksteve@gmail.com. He says, love this segment. So I guess he's referring to last week. I'm loving today too. Have you ever had an important project fall apart or fail badly?
Oh my God, it's class. Of course. That same teacher I was telling you about, one day I'm in his studio and he drops the piece on the ground. And now it's a solid piece that he's grinding and polishing. And he goes, oh, I got two now.
All right. I got to ask this question. So there you are. You have that molten glass on the pipe and you're moving it around. You've had it fall off before. Am I correct? I had to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
When it hits the floor, what happens?
Well, I decide whether it's dead and going away to the garbage, or if I'm going to pick it up and keep working it.
Okay. Does it ever go in the garbage, or can you throw it back into the big oven and just melt it down again?
Once we have color on it, we can't mix. So if it's clear, always. Once you add color, you can't recycle in that session. But you could, and we do it sometimes, where we take the pieces and we fuse them in a big fusing kiln, and there they look wonderful. Because it's not being melted in a big pot. Those chips are just melting next to other chips that are just like them. And all of a sudden you have this amazing pattern and you're a whole nother world.
So cool. So if what was on the end of one of those pipes, if you were to hypothetically here, drop it in water, what would happen?
It would crackle. And sometimes with my glass, maybe we'll do a crackle one next time where we dip in water and we crackle it. And now we like the crackle like for lampshades, certain things where you're trying to put activity in the surface of the glass, right?
Sure.
Because, you have a clear lampshade, it's a sexy talk. Hey, nice light bulb you got there, Steve. You know what I'm saying? And so any good lamp has something besides the light bulb. You know what I mean? Like the shade carries the light and adds activity, right? So if you crack a lampshade, now you got sparkling light. You know what I mean? So you're always doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in a lampshade, it's never like that's a sexy light bulb. Although nowadays they try to prove me wrong, with all the different lights they make, But usually in the end, the lampshade is something of a spreading light and adding a glow.
Nice light bulb. You want me to screw it in?
Yeah.
I love this. This is so much fun, man. I wish I was there. It's like, it's endless. Your creativity is endless in terms of what you can do. Like even you talking about the crackle effect. I see that in my mind. I've seen that on, like I call them lampshades that are glass that go around a bulb. You can see the bubbles inside and all of that.
A lot of chimneys have it. Glass chimneys have crackle because they're going to go into a candle opera or some sort of lighting format.
Fantastic. You are located in Santa Fe. and it's prairiedogglass.com. And we were talking before when you guys were working that this can be used for if you're in the area or you're traveling, parties, lessons, just observe, make your own, learn how to do it. You got it all going on.
Parties, don't forget,
Well, yeah, we did talk about that and some of the interesting glass-infused pieces that were made last time. Patrick, always a pleasure having you on here. And I want to say, if anybody's got a question about glass or how he does what he does, instant feedback, steve@gmail.com. You make it fun. This is just amazing to watch, and I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being here.
Yep. Thanks so much, Steve.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.